we're here in Miami debuting our brand new Freedom 415.
So the new flagship of our Freedom line, it's a massive 41-foot, 13-foot, 8-beam Freedom dual console bow rider, the largest in the world. Let's go take a look.
Before we climb on board, Christian, tell us a little bit about the hull design.
So as you would expect with any Grady White boat, it's got our CV2 hull design, which just refers to the continuously variable dead rise bottom, V-bottom. So we've got an incredibly dry, soft, comfortable, very predictable ride. And then as we go down the profile here, you can see the full height side glass windshield, full height front windshield just wraps all the way around that helm station, gives you all that protection and that comfort.
All right, now when we step on board, the first thing I notice is how much space we have.
Yeah, this is a cockpit laid out for a true fisherman. If you want it, you've got it. We've got massive amounts of beam, very similar to our Canyon 456 center console model. We have dual side doors, port and starboard. And then look at this arrangement across the transom. 35-gallon live wells in both port and starboard corners, and a massive refrigerated, thermostat controlled 459-quart freezer cooler box on center line. And then of course it wouldn't be a Grady White without our patented aft folding seat. So seating when you need it, space for fishing when you don't. You've got it all right here in the back end of the boat. It's ready to go. It's a Freedom model, so it's really about entertainment. Yeah. Let's get some seats for some people. Let's have some fun. So if you look forward from here, you'll see this beautifully appointed wet bar. We have our centered stone countertop. And of course, we've got everything you need to have a good time. So we have your electric grill, your freshwater sink, refrigerated drawer, trash can, drawer storage, and how about this? Maybe it's time to have a few evening cocktails. Lower the door down, and here you have it. Glassware storage, bottle storage, and maybe you don't want to use it for that. So all these organizers are lift out. You can convert this to any sort of storage you want. If this is your tackle station and you're going to do all your fishing back here, you can put tackle boxes galore. And we even have a cutting board right here. Drops in over the sink. This station can do a little bit of everything and do it very, very well. Flipping to the other side here, we've got this elevated aft-facing mezzanine seating. Beautiful place for 2 people, maybe 2.5 to hang out.
Best seat in the house.
So you're right here in the cockpit. You've got beautiful sight lines out the back. So if you're out trolling, you've got lines in the water. This is the seat. You're under the overhead, the protection of the hardtop, so you're in the shade. You're tucked inside the wraparound full height windshield. And how about this?
A little air conditioning.
A little bit of cold air blowing on the back of your neck.
That's awesome.
This is the place to be. As soon as you get the bite, hop up, time for action. Obviously we're in the convention center here, but if you use your imagination and we're 40 miles offshore out at the Big Rock, what do you think?
I think about the visibility from this seat. That raise in elevation to get to this seat really improves the visibility. You can see all your lines in the spread. You can see way further back than you really would in a more comfortable position. So tell me a little bit more about the improvements or advancements that we'd see on this boat versus, say, a 375.
Yeah, so there's a ton of technology in this boat that we pulled out of our Canyon 456 that wasn't previously on the 375. So I'll give you a few examples just here in the cockpit. We have off the back end our Glendenning Shore Power Cable Master system. So you don't have to worry about rolling your shore power cable up, find a place to store it. Just with the press of a button, it's electrically retracted back into the deck. We also have our Reverso engine flush system. So you just take one freshwater hose, plug it into a port, push the button, it's gonna automatically flush each one of the 4 Yamaha 450 XTOs one at a time and then shut the system off. So that's a really nice, convenient feature when you're coming back from a day offshore fishing. We have our through-hole drainage system for our cockpit here. It's super simple, but really works really well. It's 4 5-inch diameter wire reinforced hoses, beautiful stainless steel hardware inside and outside on the transom, and all the water just goes straight out the back.
Looks like something you'd see on a big sport fisher.
It does, and that's kind of where we get some of these ideas from, is those big sport fish boats. We try to pull them down in some of the flagship Grady models. Electric seacocks, so you don't have to open the bilge and pull the remote arms to open the seacocks. We have a raw water sea chest system with one electric seacock that feeds all the raw water needs of your boat. And to open it, just go in the port console, press a button. Generator, standard, Seakeeper standard, 2 air conditioners, helm and interior, standard, and all those raw water needs are all fed by that one sea chest system.
Christian, you were talking a little bit about the windshield on this boat and how big it was, but standing at the helm, the visibility is incredible. All this glass, it looks great.
We have the full height windshield, not only in the front, but also down the sides. So this entire expansive helm area is completely protected, and we can do our canvas panels in the back, clear to sea rigid canvas, fully enclose it, and then it's climate controlled. So not only are you not worried about wind or rain, you can cool this thing down just like your living room at home. And let's talk about seating. So we mentioned this nice aft facing seat here. That's under the hardtop. That's inside the protection of the windshield. But look where JB is right here.
This is awesome. Talk about visibility looking at.
Yeah, so this is another step up. So again, it has great sight lines out to the cockpit and beyond if you've got your lines out and you're trolling. But it's also got a ton of versatility for entertaining. So the way we've got it arranged right now, you can open up the leaves on this inboard table, both tables in conjunction together, and 2 seats down either side give you almost like a family style, like a booth seating.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, you could fit 4 or 5 people in here easy.
Yeah, it'd be a great place to have some lunch or just hang out, maybe have a couple of drinks. But if you want to rearrange it a little bit differently, we can actually fold these leaves in, give us a little more space. This outboard table goes down electrically, just the push of a button. We add a filler cushion to it, and now we've converted it into a wraparound U-shaped seating arrangement. Not to mention a forward and aft facing lounger on the outboard side.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I have air conditioned vents over here, control of this windshield vent, and airflow in here is going to be no problem.
Oh yeah, if it's a beautiful day and you just want the air to flow through, electric port vent, starboard vent, center hatch skylight, we can open this whole thing up, air flowing through, lots of natural light coming in. But if it's a little too hot or a little too cold, close it all back up just with the push of a couple of buttons. You're ready to go.
That's great. And moving over to starboard, man, this helm feels like a big boat command center. This is unreal.
That's the heart and the soul of the boat right there. And another thing that's really awesome about this helm layout, you see how we've got line of sight to each other. So right. I can hang out here, I'm elevated, I've got beautiful visibility, not only out the back, but if I want to face forward, out the front. And then I'm right here where I can talk to you while the vessel's underway.
Everybody's in the conversation.
So let's take a closer look at this helm station. You can see it's all blacked out, super clean lines. We've got all this black upholstery on it, which really helps soften it up. Let's talk about electronics. These are dual 19s. You can actually go up to dual 22-inch displays.
That's huge.
Stainless steel push button switches, but you'll notice we only have a few because we've also got digital switching. So all of our switches up here on the dash, easy to see, easy to reach. We talked about visibility from the passenger side. A little more important on the driver's side, it doesn't get much better than this.
We talked about ventilation and airflow. Driver needs some air too.
Yeah, and the beautiful thing about those vents is if you want a little bit of air, you just open up a little bit. If you want a lot of air, you open them all the way up. Or if you just want air condition, we've got vents over here as well. So you're getting that cold air blowing on you while you're sitting in your captain's chair, heading out to the stomping cabins.
Captain's got to be comfortable.
That's right.
So, Christian, tell me a little bit about the storage. Any boat owner knows there's never enough storage on a boat.
That's right.
It seems like there's plenty of it on this boat. Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
There is a ton of storage on this boat. I'll start with one of my favorite storage areas, and that's this overhead rod storage compartment. So you can see we've got storage for 4 rods up here, indirect lighting, teak and stainless steel accents. This is the display case. So when your rods and reels are up there, not only are they where you need them, but they're stowed away properly and they're beautiful, so they're on display for everybody to see. But in addition to that, we have bulk storage in the helm floor. We have bulk storage under the port passenger seat here. We've got overhead storage for all of your life jackets. So if you've got 20 people in here, you need 20 life jackets. They're all overhead right here. You've got them if you need them.
It's awesome. So a lot of improvements to the interior of this boat. We've stepped down. Tell me a little bit about the improvements upon the 375.
Well, aside from scale, obviously the interiors are quite a bit larger than the 375.
Oh, wow.
But one of my favorite changes is actually these sliding console doors.
See you later.
So you can see that they just tuck neatly out of the way, and you don't even have to worry about them. So what's really nice about that is if someone's down here getting out of the sun for a little bit, maybe you've got some kids or some grandkids going down here.
Still in the conversation.
Taking a nap. Yeah, you can keep an eye on them. They can conversate with people at the helm. So that's a really nice feature. Looking inside, you can see how much space you've got there.
It's huge.
Yep. Another feature that's really nice about this port console is we actually offset the walk-through a little bit further to starboard. So the head compartment's already plenty big. We'll take a look at that in just a second. But we've taken that extra interior space, we've lumped it all into the living quarters down here where JB is. What do you see? Anything you like?
You could definitely feel the size increase for sure. There's a ton of space down here. Nothing claustrophobic about this area. The next thing I notice is how well appointed this console is. I mean, the wood accents,
Yeah, so we've got some woven seagrass as an accent on the wall there, which is really nice. And yeah, the cabinetry, solid oak, handcrafted cabinetry. You'll see a lot of the details And of course, we've got to have that ultra leather vinyl on all the seats and the berths down there.
Feels really good, really soft interior material for sure.
We have a true double dedicated aft berth. And then we have a filler cushion that goes in the front and converts that to a second double berth. So truly accommodations for 4. And then did I mention the fold down table here on the inboard wall?
I can definitely see this being an area the kids hang out, right?
Oh yeah, let's come down here, let's have a snack.
Whatever you need,
or
for sure.
If you've got a little business to take care of, plop your laptop up there, open it up, knock out a couple emails, get back to having fun.
Space.
Let's jump over to the starboard console, and that's really another benefit of having the dual console design. We have 2 completely separate interior spaces. So the one on the starboard side can be fully dedicated to a head. It does have a shower in there, but again, how nicely appointed is this? We've actually got a quartz countertop, a hand-hammered nickel sink, again, solid oak, handcrafted cabinetry. And how about this? We've even got a cedar-lined hanging locker. And you'll notice really nice skylights overhead. Very big one for the port console, good size one for the starboard console. Both have shades on the inside, so privacy shade for the head, blackout shade for the port console. So if you want to go down there for a nap, or if you're overnighting, you want to sleep in, you got the opportunity to do that as well.
All right, let's move up to the bow. Tell me about some of these features.
Well, first off, you'll notice this beautiful walk-through door. And as we move forward, again,
I've already found my spot.
Look at the space up here. I think a lot of people could find their spots. Upholstered seating all the way around, gorgeous teak tables, port and starboard on high-low pedestals. So you can put them both down, fill them in with cushions, raise them both up, and everybody can have a place to hang out. See teak accents going up under the storage on either side, and this beautiful black diamond quilted vinyl upholstery.
Looks great. And you mentioned that this console is a little off-centered, so this is the small side. I could still fit 2 people up here.
That's the small side. We've got a little more width on the port side, and I should mention a massive shade.
Bow shade.
Bow shade. 4 carbon fiber poles, plug them in, snap the shade to the front of the top, keep everybody on the water longer, having more fun. So JB, you're looking pretty comfortable over there.
I feel great.
So a couple of things that you may not notice right offhand, but we should point out, is we do have our lumbar backrest pillow integrated right there into the cushion. Nice big fold down armrests on the inboard side, integrated armrests on the outboard side, and it's all about space, comfort, and luxury.
For me, it's important to have a cup holder handy. They're all over this boat. There's also phone chargers up here.
Anywhere that somebody can sit down, we're gonna have a cup holder.
I don't even have to leave the bow to get a beverage. There's a cooler box up front. There's another one under here. We can both have our own coolers. Christian, we've talked about a lot of features on this boat. If you had to give me a quick recap, who's this boat for?
If you've got 20 of your best friends and family, kids, grandkids galore, you can load them all up. You guys can go out and have a great time. You can do some fishing in the back, entertainment capabilities. You're gonna be comfortable. Everybody's gonna have everything they need to go out and have a wonderful time on the water.
Definitely something for a 375 owner to come check out. Even some of those larger cruiser owners, this is a good alternative. Get away from the maintenance of an inboard, gain the freedom to do whatever you want.
You will be blown away. You absolutely have to take a look at the Freedom 415.